And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. It's a 21-0 lead that Yorktown has over the Greenfield Central Cougars. Started out with a Chandler Carroll touchdown run for about 60 yards, and they never let up since. Done a great job on both sides of the ball, stopping Greenfield Central's offense from really getting much momentum together. Greenfield Central's had some good drives, but one time they threw an interception, the other time they had a fumble recovered, which Yorktown took the other way for 6. And that's where we stand right now, 21-0. Yorktown out on top, just about ready to kick off the second half of action.
This has been the third great game that we've had today in all of our action here at Lucas Oil Stadium. The first game was fantastic, great fight on each side. The second game was much more of a blowout, but this game is really going to be something that's going to, I think we're going to see Greenfield Central step it up in the second half because they have to. They have to come out here and make something happen, and that's what I think we're going to see.
And they've had some great drives. Just Yorktown bends, but they don't break on defense, and hopefully we can see Greenfield Central put some points on the board and make this more of a competitive game. And Derek Fox is getting ready to kick off. Derek Conley and Josh McDonald set back to return. Has some room to run, gets to the outside, and he may take this one all the way back to the house, but he's brought down at the 47-yard line, so a great return. The only man between him and the end zone ends up making the stop. Saves them from getting another 6 points, actually their first 6 points. And Derek Conley will come out and take over at the 46-yard line.
I would not be surprised to see a lot more from Josh McDonald in this afternoon's, or the rest of this afternoon's game. We've seen him play a lot for this Cougar team before and make a lot of big plays. I wouldn't be surprised to see more of that today.
Handoff right up the middle, almost no gain. It's going to bring up second and about 8 yards to go for the first down. Just inside the second half. Option right. McDonald trying to create the play. He stopped in the backfield. Loss of about 3. 3rd and 11 now. Ball on the 46-yard line. So 3rd and 10, ball on the 46.
Conley rocketed that one away, but didn't quite make any contact with anybody.
Going to bring up 4th down. Punt teams coming out onto the field. Derek Conley will be back to kick away to the Tigers. And set back to return will be Chandler Carroll of Yorktown. So a terrible punt will pin the Yorktown Tigers in the 33-yard line. Decent field position. 10:21 left in the third quarter. Yorktown still up 21-0. It's now 1st and 10. Tigers have the ball on the 33-yard line. just like a lot of other teams in the HHC conference, Yorktown is a very, very young team. Starting lots of sophomores. One in Riley Neal, the quarterback, has already thrown for over 400 yards this season. Good gain on first down, makes it 2nd and 2. Ball now on the 42. Now 2nd and 2. Yorktown trying to move the chains once again. Look like a possible face mask from up here in the booth. No penalty was called. Yorktown gets enough to move the chains. Going to make another first down. 1st and 10 Tigers. Gain of about 1 yard. Going to bring up 2nd and 9. 9:06 left in the third. So 2nd and 9, ball in the 45. Neal drops back to pass, throws one out. Pass is overthrown, intended for number 10, Jacob Wagner. Now 3rd and 9, ball still on the 45. Tigers trying to get the first down. Draw up the middle is stopped right around the line of scrimmage. Brought down by Cameron Knuckles. So a good defensive stand right around the midfield line. Tigers going to punt away to Greenfield Central. Derek Conley again set back to return. And Yorktown's going to call a timeout. Had some confusion on what personnel should be in on the field right now. They're going to talk this one over and eventually come out here and punt away to Greenfield Central. 7:44 left in the third quarter. And Zane, let's get a word from one of our sponsors.
Well, Adam, we've got a lot of great sponsors that help us out and help bring you live broadcasts just like this one from Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis, Indiana, the home of the Indianapolis Colts. One of our great sponsors tonight is Right Way Collision Repair. The sign says Right Way Collision Repair, but you may not realize they also have mechanical technicians. They can work on shocks, struts, mufflers, brakes, everything from oil changes to diesel performance and engine overhaul and replacement. So when you think of Right Way, think of more than just the fender benders. Think of full-service automotive care. Visit Wade and Christie at the Right Way Collision Repair Center in Albany for your collision and mechanical needs. And while you're there, stop in and say hi to Blue, the shop dog. Call 765-789-6995 or visit rightwayauto.com.
Thank you, Zane. And back down to the field. Yorktown set to kick off. Derek Fox is set back to punt. Derek Conley set back to return. Beautiful punt. Fair catch is called around the 15-yard line. So the Cougars are going to try and work something together, put some points on the board for the first time tonight. Down by 21. 7:37 left in the third. Option right, the QB keeper up the middle. Gain of maybe 1. Gain of 1 if that, so it's going to bring up second down and about 10 yards to go for the first down. Ball is spotted right on the 16-yard line. Pass is complete right, trying to make some room, but he's brought down in the backfield. Loss of about 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up third and long for the Cougars. So in the first half, they didn't have a hard time getting on their side of the 50. They'd always turn it over once they got down around the red zone. Now they're having a hard time doing anything on the offensive side. Both teams come into tonight's play with a 1-2 record. Both teams 0-1 in conference play. So 4th down and 7. The punt units come back out onto the field. Chandler Carroll set back to return for the Tigers. And as usual, Derek Conley set back to kick. Brought down around the 45-yard line. So decent field possession for the Tigers, already up by 21. 5:38 left in the third quarter. So as Riley Neal comes back out on offense, looking to add some points to the board. Try and put this game out of reach. Run up the middle is stopped for about a gain of 1. So Yorktown now 2nd and 10, ball right on the 46-yard line. Play action and nobody bit on the fake. He's sacked in the backfield, but he just got rid of it in time to avoid the sacks. It's going to be an incomplete pass. That was number 67. Tyler Beeson at 5'10", 270.
That is someone you do not want to mess with.
And most times you can break some arm tackles, but when that guy gets a hold of you, you are going down with him. Brings up 3rd down and 9 yards to go. Drops back to pass. Screen pass up the middle. Trying to get to the outside. He has room to run. So Jacob Wagner picking up a big first down, brought down to the 31-yard line. So all I needed to do on third down was move the chains. But he streaks his way down to the 31-yard line. So 1st and 10 at the 31, Yorktown ball, up by 21. Getting to the outside, has room to run. Penalty marker is down. It's in the area of holding, so don't get too excited. That will erase the touchdown. So it is holding on the offense. It's going to bring him back. It's going to make it 1st and 13, ball on the 34-yard line. Ball now on the 34-yard line. Going to be a halfback pass. He's got Wagner wide open. And he makes the catch at the 2-yard line. So Neal hooking up with Wagner for a big gain. Now 1st and goal on the 2-yard line. So the Tigers have a chance to knock this game wide open. As the penalty markers fly, I'm assuming it's a false start. So it was not a false start. They had 12 men on the field, illegal substitution. Now I believe we have a timeout called by Greenfield Central.
Seems to be a lot of confusion coming from those Cougars.
So now 1st and goal, ball on the 7-yard line. 3:52 left in the third. Yorktown has a chance to pretty much take this game right here. It's already 21-0.
We've seen a lot of pretty bad collisions between these players tonight. But when you're in a bad collision in your car, you want to be able to talk to somebody who knows your insurance needs. That's why you can contact Mike Wright with State Farm Insurance. Mike Wright from State Farm is a proud sponsor of today's Horseshoe Classic, featuring all of the Hoosier Heritage Conference teams. At Mike Wright's office, you will receive the best when it comes to taking care of all of your insurance needs. Visit him online today for a free quote at www.insuredright.com. That's www.insuredwright.com.
So ball on the 7-yard line. Yorktown looking to put some more points on the board. Already up by 21 here late in the third quarter. So the play almost went nowhere, brought down right around the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 2nd down, 7 yards to the goal line. So Neal back in shotgun, handoff up the middle. Probably could have made it into the end zone, but he falls just short. Going to bring up 3rd down and 2 yards to go. So now 2 minutes and 49 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Yorktown knocking on the end zone. Drops back to pass, and it is complete over the middle. Touchdown pass goes to number 81, Travis Knight. It's going to make it 27-0 right here on Webb Sports Machine. Derek Fox is in to kick the PAT. Going to try and make it 28-0. PAT is up and it's good, making it 28-0 here on Webb Sports Machine. 2:36 left in the 3rd quarter, and we'll be right back after kickoff. And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. Riley Neal just hooked up with Travis Knight in the end zone to make it 28-0. Yorktown out on top. 2:36 left in the 3rd quarter. This is game 3 of 4 of the Horseshoe Classic Hoosier Heritage Conference Challenge. We're broadcasting 4 games today. This is the 3rd. Yorktown's up 28-0. Get another short kick. Ball was caught and really didn't go anywhere. So Derek Conley in this offense is going to come out on the 33-yard line. Make that the 32-yard line, but either way, 1st and 10 Cougars. Pass is complete for about a 5-yard gain. Greenfield Central just hasn't been able to make the quote-unquote the big plays tonight. They've been able to get the 4 or 5-yard gains here or there, but trying to do that and moving up and down the field each time is very difficult to do. Yorktown's been able to bust off a couple big gains and a couple good defensive plays, one that took them all the way back for 6.
We expect a lot from these two teams, both great teams in their own sections of the state as well as in this conference. When you have a battle of 2 big cats like this, they really go head-to-head.
So now 3rd down and about 4 yards to go for the 1st. Ball spotted on the 38-yard line. Conley rolls out right. Picks up enough for the first down, brought down to the 47-yard line. It's now under 1 minute left in the third quarter. Score is 28-0. Yorktown out on top. So first down, ball on the 47. Brought down in the backfield for the sack. Loss of about 2 is going to bring up 2nd and 12.
As a quarterback, it's hard not to get scratched up when you play a team with this good of a defense.
That's one thing about the Hoosier Heritage Conference. It's a very physical conference and a lot of competition as the third quarter winds down. Flags fly. Just 1 second left in the third. Going to be a false start on the offense. That'll make it 2nd and 17. Ball on the 41. That will wrap up the third quarter of action in the third game we are broadcasting today. Yorktown up 28-0 here on Webb Sports Machine, and we will be right back with the fourth quarter. Hold up a minute. The PA announcer said it was the end of the quarter, but they're going to put 1 more second back on the clock. Conley rolls out again. Pass is incomplete. I'm going to bring up 3rd and 17. And that will wrap up tonight's third quarter of action. Yorktown up 28-0. And we'll be right back. You're watching Webb Sports Machine.
Hi, this is Marcella with Carpets Plus Color Tile. At Carpets Plus Color Tile, we don't sell paint or lumber, we sell flooring. We have the largest showroom in East Central Indiana, full of top name brands of carpet, vinyl, hardwood, ceramic tile, laminate, and area rugs. So before you go to the big box store, stop by Carpets Plus Color Tile for the best service, prices, and selection in the area. That's Carpets Plus Color Tile across from the Muncie Mall on Broad.
All right, and welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. We are just now entering the fourth quarter of this game where Yorktown leads 28-0 over the Greenfield Central Cougars. And joining me in the booth tonight is Mr. Chris Conley, the principal of Delta High School, who's about set to play against New Palestine High School directly following this game. So how are you doing, Mr. Conley?
I'm doing very well, Zane. Thanks for having us on today. We appreciate it.
Well, I'm glad to have you here. You know, obviously Delta's been doing a great job this year, and we're looking forward to another great season with the Delta Eagles, and we're looking forward to that game to cap off all of tonight's activities. How do you think about the game? How do you think we're going to do?
Well, I think it'll be a very competitive game for us. You know, right now we're 2-1, and that one loss was to a very good Fort Wayne Carroll team. They lost to New Haven today, but New Haven was undefeated too. So I think by us playing down here last year and a lot of our sophomores being exposed to that environment, I think that will help out some. So I look for it to be a competitive game. I think New Pal is much better than the score last week against Pendleton indicates. So I think it'll be a rough one for us.
Well, I think the game is certainly going to be something that will definitely be spoken about around the halls at Delta High School come Monday. But I'm sure there are lots of other interesting things going on at Delta right now as well. Could you tell me a little bit more about those?
Sure, Zane. We have several things going on. We have 3 new teachers to our building, couple in language arts. We have a new foreign language teacher, Robert Stevens, in French, and Susie Fox is an English teacher for us, and she's new for us. And Jacob Bacon, who is in agriculture, is new for us. And each one of those individuals has brought something new to the plate and really energized some of the programs that they're involved in. And then we share another new teacher, Dawn Merkel, who's in our Spanish department. We share her with the middle school. So have a great staff to begin with, but able to add 3 quality people. And then with Miss Merkel a couple of periods a day, really stepped up our staff, and really happy with what's going on with our teaching staff.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I know that Delta's obviously got a large, proud athletic tradition, but that also extends beyond the field and into the classroom with some of our student athletes. And we're glad to hear that that Delta is doing well as a school as well. How are you enjoying your new position as the head principal of Delta High School?
There are adjustments whenever you do anything new. I think the one thing that I had forgotten, I'd been an elementary principal at one point in time for a while, and everybody has to ask you before anything happens, it seems like. So I spent the last 4 days in meetings here and meetings there. We're looking at expanding our dual credit even farther, maybe becoming an early college program so we can get students graduated with either technical certificates or associate's degrees when they graduate from high school. So we've had some meetings about that this week, but really enjoying my time as principal, really enjoying being able to sit down with students at different times, at lunchtime, call them in the office when they're not in trouble and sit and talk and get their point of view on things too.
All right, well, I won't keep you too long because I know you got to get ready with the rest of the group to come out here directly following this game. But one last question for you. What is your outlook on the rest of the season for these Delta High School football Eagles, as well as your other fall sports?
Well, I think our other fall sports have been very successful. Cross country has done well. Girls golf played today in the conference at Shelbyville, and I know Jamie Parsons was named all-conference. So all of those fall sports have been doing well. Our volleyball team is very young also. They've done an outstanding job. I think Coach Sitgraf and her staff have gotten those girls to progress, and they've gotten much better from the beginning of the year. They weren't bad before, but, boy, they have really picked it up in the last couple of weeks. So I look for them to challenge some of the people that they're going to have to look at in the sectional. They beat Burris this week. We have Yorktown coming up here before too awfully long. That'll be a challenge. We'll play Wapahani in the county tourney in the opening round, so we'll find out what we're made of there. Football-wise, I think as these sophomores that we're starting on offense, especially 5 of them, as they continue to grow, I look for good things to happen. I think Pendleton, obviously, they stumbled a little bit today. I saw the score, haven't seen much of the game yet. I was busy doing some other things, but I think our conference is highly competitive. I think it's not a conference that you can show up on a Friday night and say we're going to win because we're Delta. I think it'll challenge us, but I think that gets us ready for the playoffs when we get to sectional time and we've got to play some quality opponents. We've seen them throughout the year.
Well, again, of course, with all of our fall sports, all the fall sports for Delta High School that we'll be covering, and the girls and the Delta volleyball girls doing the volleyball Delta extravaganza this morning, and all of that fun stuff, and as well as all the other teams, like you mentioned, the cross-country team, and, of course, the football game, which will be bringing to you live here as soon as this game is over. I want to thank you for coming up tonight. I appreciate you stepping in and talking with us for a little bit. I know you're a busy man, so I don't want to keep you too long.
That's great, Zane. We appreciate any time you can give us, and we really appreciate you guys stepping up and becoming the official web broadcast partner of Delta High School. I hear a lot of positive things, people getting to watch volleyball and football, and just the care and the coverage that you guys are able to give us, we really do appreciate.
All right, well, I appreciate that too. Thank you, Mr. Conley, for joining us. And if you just happened to join us here, it looks like there was quite a play there against those Greenfield Central Cougars. One of the Greenfield Central young men is struggling to get up at first, but looks like everybody's all right now. And again, that was Chris Conley, the head principal of Delta High School, who just recently joined us for an interview.
And now back to the action. 10 minutes and 7 seconds left in the game. Yorktown up 28-0. Had the ball on the 4-yard line. Gain of about 9 yards on 3rd down. It's going to bring up 4th and short. So 4th and 2. Going to come out and kick a field goal. It's going to be a 32-yard field goal for Derek Fox. Kick is up. And his sail is through the uprights. Going to make it 31-0. 9:23 left in the game. It's Yorktown really blowing away Greenfield Central. And we'll be right back with more action. You're watching Web Sports Machine. And welcome back to Web Sports Machine. And after the 3-point field goal by Derek Fox, it's now 31-0. Yorktown out on top over the Cougars. They are set to kick off. 9:23 left in the 4th quarter. It's another short kick. McDonald just had nowhere to run on the return, and he's brought down to the 33-yard line. So 9:18 left in the 4th. 1st down and 10 for the Cougars. They want to try and come back and win this game. They got to score fast on this drive. Pass is incomplete, intended for number 4, Steven Dickerson. Almost got called for a late hit. So now 9:11 left in the third game of the 4 we are broadcasting tonight. Yorktown's up 31-0. Second and 10 from the 33. Conley trying to get away. And as the penalty marker comes out, again, it's in the usual area of holding. It's being an illegal block in the back on Greenfield Central, so that will push him back again. It's now 2nd and 17, ball on the 26-yard line. 8:59 left in play. Decent gain on the ground by Joe Hoskins. Hoskins is a 5'10 senior. Now 3rd and 6, ball on the 37. The clock keeps winding down. Throws one up, and this is just a jump ball play, and it's brought down by Austin Feltz. He's a 6', 152 junior. So the Cougars move the ball down to the opposite side of the field on the 33-yard line. So now 1st and 10 Cougars. And Conley rolling out left, is going to stay on the ground.
Play is called dead. His helmet got knocked off during the mix.
So Conley's going to have to come off the field for one play. It's an IHSAA rule. If your helmet comes off, you have to at least come to the sidelines for one play.
It's important, though. It's all about safety here, especially with this young generation.
So a timeout called by the Cougars. They got a 2nd and 10, ball on the 32-yard line. 7:34 left in play. And we'll be right back with a word from one of our sponsors.
We wouldn't be able to bring you all this great coverage tonight if it wasn't for the help of our wonderful sponsors. Sponsors like The Barn Lot. The Barn Lot is your shed and carport headquarters. The Barn Lot offers sheds, barns, cabins, and carports. They offer rent-to-own, no credit check, and free delivery. The Barn Lot is located on Meeker Road at the 67 Bypass in Muncie. Call The Barn Lot today at 813-245-0476.
So 7:34 left in play as the Cougars come out of the timeout. 2nd and 10, ball on the 32. Has a man open, throws one up. And as Derek Conley comes off the field, the backup quarterback comes in, and they are on the board for the first time tonight. Now 31-6. Touchdown pass was by Jimmy Baggett, 5'11 senior.
What an amazing play.
It's amazing how it all turned out. Derek Conley, the starting quarterback, had to come off the field for one play. And that one play is the one they put it in the end zone for. So as the Cougars are back for the PAT, it's going to be kicked by Chase Daniel. Kick is up and it's good, making it 31-7. 7:26 left in the fourth. I'd imagine we're going to see an onside kick coming up as we get into the closing minutes of this game. You are watching Web Sports Machine.
Tonight's game is brought to you with the help of not just Web Sports Machine, but their parent company, Beach Media. In 2002, the average internet user spent 46 minutes a day online. And today, the average internet user spends more than 4 hours a day online. Beach Media and Web Sports Machine help you reach your customers online. For sponsorships and advertising opportunities, call Kyle at 813-245-0476.
So now 7:26 left in the third ball game of tonight. 31-7. Yorktown out on top. So penalty marker down. Going to be a false start on the kickoff. I believe I've never seen that before, but it's always time to have a first. There's 7:25 left in the game. So Chase Daniel set to kick off. Ball is recovered by the Cougars. So I don't know if it's too late for a miraculous comeback, Zane, but they're going to have the ball. 7:22 left in the fourth. Down 31-7.
It's definitely something we didn't expect to see, and it's really interesting to see that play come forward and be able to see the Cougars step it up and make something happen in this game.
So 1st and 10 on the 46. Greenfield Central trying to create some type of a comeback. Just seconds ago, they recovered the onside kick and scored their first touchdown. Had a man wide open downfield. Conley couldn't hit him. Going to book it to the outside, has room to run. Big block by Josh McDonald. And Conley is drug out of bounds at the 22-yard line. I don't know if we caught it, but that was an amazing block by Josh McDonald. Gave Conley an extra 10 or so yards to run. So Greenfield Central not going away easy here in the fourth. Just over 7 minutes remaining.
Unfortunately for the Cougars, it took them this long to get in the game. However, now that they're in, they don't want to leave.
31-7. Ball on the 22, 1st and 10. Conley had Brant Lattimore open on the far side of the field. So now 2nd down on the 22-yard line. Got a man open. Can he find him? No. Great defensive play. Number 13, Phillip Perry, got way up to deflect the pass. Definitely saved 6. So now 6:56 left in the ball game. Remember, Greenfield Central is down 31-7. It's a very crucial 3rd down, ball on the 22-yard line. Drops back to pass once again. Has a man complete over the middle. It's going to be 1st and goal around the 9-yard line. So I tell you what, these Cougars are moving the ball down the field very fast. So still plenty of time to come back, but have to recover a few more onside kicks. In the backfield very fast. Shuffle pass, loss of about 4 yards. So now second down, 11 yards outside the end zone. Now under 6 minutes remaining. Has a man, and they do hook up for the touchdown now, 31-13. So I'd imagine them going for the 2-point conversion possibly. But they're going to kick the PAT. Chase Daniel is back to kick. On to hold is Brant Lattimore. Kick is away and it sails through the uprights, making it 31-14. So the Cougars trying to create some type of a game here, coming back late. 5:43 left. Obviously, they're going to try and get another onside kick. They recovered their last one, but they would have to get an onside kick, score, get another onside kick, and score. And either force a turnover or get another onside kick in order to tie it up or win this ball game. So here comes the onside kick. Both hands teams are out on the field. Chase Daniel set to kick off. But this one is recovered by Taylor Long. So if Yorktown can just take some time off the clock and get a couple first downs, this one is all but over. Handoff on the play, almost got to the line of scrimmage. It's actually going to be a gain of about 1. Very generous spot, 5:30 left in the fourth quarter of action. It's going to bring up second down. Game clock, I believe, will stop if he was pushed out of bounds. It's still running, so he must have got a knee down inside. So third down and 3, stuffed in the backfield. Tyler Beeson, a 5'10", 270 junior with the stop. That'll bring up 4th down. So 4th and 5, punt unit out on the field. Derek Fox set back to kick. And as always, Derek Conley set back to return. So this delay of game on the offense. And we have 4th and 9. Either way, the punt unit is still out on the field. They're kindly looking to create some fireworks, maybe run this one back. Try and put his team back in the ball game. Punt was almost blocked. Fair catch is caught at the 9-yard line, so Derek Conley in this offense is going to come out with 3:18 left to play, down 31-14. They've had 2 good drives back to back, but it might just be a little too late for a comeback. But either way, they're going to try and march down the field and add some more points up on the board. So 1st and 10, ball on the 9-yard line. And they're going to do a running play up the middle. I do not understand the call. It's going to keep the play clock moving. You have a very hard time getting any major yardage out of a halfback draw, but it is what it is. 3 minutes and 3 seconds left to play. There's an official's timeout on the field. Not quite sure what it's about. But anyway, it's 2:49 left to play. Cougars down 31-14. Pass is complete for the 1st down, but he failed to get out of bounds. So as the game clock winds down, this one's pretty much all but over. Going to stop the clock to move the chains, but other than that, there's just not enough time. They'd have to get a couple onside kick recoveries, and very hard to come back when you're down by this many and you're not a passing offense. Going to have a pass interference call on Jacob Wagner.
It appeared that the Yorktown player tried to strip him of having that ball completed.
Going to bring up pass interference. So Yorktown, actually, the players are seeming like it's going to be on the offense. There is 2 personal fouls, 1 on each team, and a pass interference call on the defense. The penalties will offset each other. So still first down, 2 minutes and 22 seconds left to play. Yorktown ahead 31-14. I believe it's going to be a roughing the passer called on Yorktown. Hit the quarterback awful late, so it's an automatic first down. Now 2:14 remaining. So 2:14 left to play. First down and 10, ball on the 35-yard line. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Brant Lattimore. They're going to bring up second down. So second down, 10 yards to go, ball on the 35. Just throws one up, tries to come down with it. A lot of contact on both sides, so you really can't call a pass interference on either one. But 1:53 left. Third and 10, ball on the 35. If Yorktown holds on to win, they will now be 2-2 with a .500 record, 1-1 in conference play. Derek Conley picks up enough to get the first down. Brought down at the 48-yard line. Also, if Yorktown holds on to win, means Greenfield Central will move to 1-3, 0-2 in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. Which once you get even one loss in the Hoosier Heritage Conference, it's very hard to win a conference title. It's a very, very competitive conference with a lot of great teams in it. You're going to get the privilege of watching 2 great teams coming up next. Kickoff should be about a half hour after this game between the Delta Eagles and the New Palestine Dragons. New Pal is 1-2 on the season. Delta's 2-1. But trust me, New Pal has a very good program. They have great coaching staff, and so does Delta. And those are 2 teams that are really going to come out, and it should be a promising matchup and one that all our viewers should enjoy. But now 2nd and 3. Ball on the 40-yard line. The minute 27, Derek Conley stops the clock and gets the first down. Ball now spotted on the 36-yard line. Conley drops back to pass. Just throws one up. Hopefully a receiver can come down with it. Almost made the miraculous catch. Bobbled it around a couple times. It's going to bring up second down from the 36-yard line. It's going to be a penalty called on Greenfield Central. I believe it is a holding penalty. It'll push him back another 10 yards. That's actually going to be 1st and 25. It's a 15-yard penalty in high school football. Pocket collapsing fast. Conley notices it. Fumble on the play. Looks like it was recovered by Yorktown. So with a minute 9 seconds, this game is pretty much wrapped up. Yorktown out on top 31-14. They just had to take a knee a couple times and run the clock out. And they'll improve to 2-2. So Tigers ball on the 45-yard line, 1st and 10. Neo's just going to hold on to it. He looked in the backfield to hand off to somebody, but he's going to do the job, pick up a few yards, and keep the clock moving. So he takes the knee, and I think that will do it. That'll take us down to the end of the game. So Yorktown holds on to win 31-14. Greenfield Central tried having some type of a comeback, just a little too late. But it was a great matchup, and Yorktown will go on to be 2-2. Greenfield Central falls to 1-3. Make sure you stay tuned to watch the next matchup. It should be a great rivalry game between the New Palestine Dragons and the Delta Eagles. Coming right up in about 25 minutes, we'll be bringing you live coverage of that game as well. So make sure you stay tuned, and thanks for watching, everybody.